Hello, hello. It's another 30 to 40 minutes of pointless blab into the void. Yes, it's coffee time where we look at the news. Gee, I wonder what the top story is going to be. Can you guess? Yay, it's Trump. Trump 2.0. Trump won. Of course he did. He won it when he got shot in the ear. Again, we're going to have loads of people suffering from Trump derangement syndrome, and here he is saying, "You better believe it, baby, I'm back." Everyone's losing their minds over everything. Everyone's just losing their minds. But where's the picture? Yeah. Got the picture. I haven't. Yeah, this is the picture that we really should be talking about. This is Trump with his son, Baron Trump. What a great name! You know, Baron Trump is 6'9". He's going to be president one day. Trust me. I saw him on stage when it was announced, and he went like this. He went, as if to say, "I could get used to this." So yeah. Why are we here? Why is Trump president again? Well, because of the Democrats. They fudged it, didn't they? They shouldn't have run Biden in the first place. Don't think they should have run Harris, because deputies very rarely do well running. I think the exception to that is Bush. I think Bush Jr. is the exception to that, but usually you field someone new. A general lack of vision and political malaise, really. And again, Trump's got the talk, isn't he? And he can dodge a bullet. You know, you want a president who can dodge a bullet. And there's loads of stuff. Who's this? Cara Delevingne calls Republicans fascists, misogynists, bigots, and liars. As she leads the meltdown of UK celebrities. Oh dear. Who else is having a go? Paloma Faith, Dawn Porter also were devastated by the news. This is what I say. Was it the liberal tears? Isn't it? So everyone's crying. Well, I find it funny when it's British people complaining, because we haven't got a skin in the game. It means nothing to us. It's largely irrelevant. But there's also been a lot of American celebrities, I imagine, complaining. Have we got the American celebrities? Oh dear, there's just so much Trump here. So much Trump. Here we go. We've got some US liberals losing their mind. I think Cardi B was one of them. MSNBC commentator Joy Reid called Florida fascist. The whole state of Florida. Here she is. She's saying they're all fascists. Hyperbole you're going to witness will be off the scale. And oh look, this guy, he's not very happy. Look, oh dear, that's Jake Tapper. He's not happy. Well, this was to be expected. I mean, again, did they really think Harris could swing it? Did they really think that? And just think of all those celebrity endorsements were for nothing. For nothing. Good news, Rory Stewart. Remember wide-mouthed Rory Stewart? You know, again, his face gives me the heebies. I don't like to go on people's appearances, but his face is just wrong. We've got a picture of me here with the other idiot, Alistair Campbell. Apparently he put a load of money on Harris winning. You don't get it back from the bookies, Stuart. So he's lost all his money. So that's good news. Oh dear. Yeah, but he earlier confidently told his 600,000 social media followers that Harris would win comfortably. That's Rory Stewart. Yeah, so Cardi B leads liberal celebrity meltdown, which is nice. Again, they've all gone. They've all lost their marbles. They've all lost their marbles. It's just politics, man. It's just politics. There's lots of people. Dear. Christina Applegate said, "Why? Give me your reasons why. My child is sobbing because her rights as a woman may be taken away. Why? And if you disagree, please unfollow me." It's very polite there. Oh, come on. It's just politics. Look, when no more Trump. Trump's gone after this. And whoever gets in will undo everything he does. So you've only got to wait 4 years and it'll all be over. That's how these things work out. Meanwhile, we have a follow-up. Do you remember Thomas Kwan? You remember Thomas Kwan? He tried to kill his mother's partner with a lethal injection, pretending it was a COVID booster. Do you remember this fella here? Well, the sentencing has come in. The sentencing coming. He disguised himself. Do you remember he disguised himself as a fake nurse? Raj Patel. There you go. Not good. Yeah, he tried to poison Patrick O'Hara. Here he is. He was at court, I guess, to see him being sentenced. Yeah, this is the sentencing hearing. He was sentenced. He was sentenced to 31 years. Yes. And they finally found out what he used. He used iodomethane, which is used as a pesticide. So he injected a pesticide into the fella in order to try and kill him. So yeah, 31 years. They got this. Yeah, and there's also a restraining order preventing the GP from contacting his victim. Yeah, and the judge found that Thomas Kwan still posed a risk to Patrick O'Hara and his own mother. So there we go, 31 years. That was a scary case, that is. And do you have a trendy kitchen? If you've got a trendy kitchen worktop, you may want to do something about it. Yeah, quartz worktops. Again, I've heard about this before. Could be killing you. Yeah, a 48-year-old stonemason says he has weeks to live after developing incurable lung disease linked to quartz kitchen worktops, and he's taking legal action against his former employer. Yeah, Marek Marzek has the lung disease silicosis, and yeah, it's left him unable to breathe. Unfortunately, here he is in hospital, and yeah, it's during the manufacture. They breathe in the dust, and it's very, very dangerous. It basically shreds your lungs. It causes internal scarring, and it makes you more prone to lung infections. In the last year, there have been 11 UK cases, including one death from the progressive disease caused by breathing in crystalline silica dust during the manufacture or fitting. And the only way to treat the condition is with a lung transplant. Yeah, in August, doctors treating patients suffering with the illness published a report in the British Medical Journal's Thorax publication, which they called for the worktops to be banned. Mr. Marzek, who's originally from Poland, worked for several engineered stone manufacturers in North London and Hertfordshire since 2012, and he was diagnosed with silicosis in April earlier this year, and his condition had deteriorated rapidly, and he's now receiving end-of-life care. He said, "I arrived in the UK to build a better life. and hoping to make it that my young daughters were financially secure. Instead, because of the work I did cutting quartz worst, I've been left unable to breathe and in terrible pain. I cannot tell you how angry I am. So yeah, will quartz worktops be banned? Well, again, this must be a health and safety thing, because I think it's only because of the the manufacture. If it's in your kitchen, it's pretty inert. It's not going to kill you. But yeah, we've done that before, haven't we? I'm sure we've covered that before. Maybe we haven't. I don't know. So I just read a headline. I don't know if I've got to be so careful with the YouTube algorithm. Here we go. This is an odd one. This is actress Emily Attack. She's in, well, she was in In-Betweeners many years ago. It's a British comedy show, but she's in a revival of a Jilly Cooper story on Disney called Rivals, and she's got a new book here. Is it a book? Oh no, it's not a book. It's not. No, she's fronting a campaign about consent, which is called "I'm Asking for It. Let's change the law to require a clear yes to consent." Okay, but she was on the radio station talking about it on a podcast, not a radio. I'm really not reading this today. I'm so ebullient about Trump's victory that I'm not reading ahead properly. Normally I read ahead. She was on Jamie Lang, whoever that is, Great Company podcast, and she says her past drunken sexual encounters with men were rape because she can't remember them, and she didn't say yes. Isn't that buyer's regret, isn't it? What if the guys are drunk too? If they're both drunk and they both regret it, who's right too? Again, in the old days, we used to take personal responsibility. This isn't somebody who's been taken advantage of. This is somebody who's had a few to drink and lost their inhibitions, I think is the old expression. And yeah, she said there were many occasions when she couldn't remember sleeping with someone. Well, again, we used to take responsibility for our actions. So if we drank too much and did something stupid, or I woke up with a 10-pinter or vomited over ourselves, we go, I'm not doing that again until the next time it happens. But yeah, she's been reflecting on her past encounters, which she now views in a different light, because women are conditioned to repress their feelings about sex and believe that having sex while too drunk to consent is normal. Okay, it's one of those weird grey areas, isn't it? She said, growing up, as a teenager, it was awful. There were no barriers, there were no boundaries. Boys didn't know how to be with girls, and girls didn't know how to deal with those situations. It was a mess. I went through it life thinking if you wake up after a night out and something had happened, you don't want to remember it. You just have to suck it up and get on with it. Yeah, it's called buyer's regret. Because it's likely that he was drunk too. Again, it kind of lessens the experiences of women who really have been, attacked. Am I allowed to use the R word? I've already used it because of the algorithm. It really lessens their experience. If you've had too much to drink, yeah, you have to just suck it up and go, I shouldn't have done that. Don't drink so much. Don't put yourself in positions that you regret later. I mean, can nobody be adults anymore? And okay, let's something for the dads. Here you go, and here she is. So again, it gives mixed messages. You can, you can't. You can, you can't. Again, don't indulge in the behaviour that you will regret. It's being an adult. Learn your lesson. Or we could just prosecute everyone. What else? God, it's all Trump. It's Trump this and Trump that. Mind you, one person who has benefited out of the Trump victory is Elon Musk. Oh yeah. Again, Elon Musk was somebody who was very critical of Trump back in the day. And now they're good buddies, they're pals, they're chums. And Elon says he's going to be working closely with Trump to sort things out. And yeah, Musk's wealth is set to rise by $15 billion today as Tesla shares soared after Trump's election victory. The electric car company shares were up nearly 15%. And yeah, this will increase the billionaire's fortune by an estimated 15 billion. That's not bad, is it? See, and here he is. That was on October the 5th, appearing with Trump again. He's made numerous appearances. Numerous appearances with old Trumpy. But there was a picture that he posted, which was amusing. Which is amusing, though I think one of the newspapers called it bizarre. He posted him in the Oval Office saying, "Let that sink in." Now again, there was a picture of him circulating with the sync going into Twitter, wasn't it? Do you remember when he took over Twitter? So there we go, a little bit of humour there, but good to see Musk doing well out of it, isn't it? Meanwhile, Jeremy Clarkson, again, it melts your brain, because Clarkson, here he is, looking glum. He's looking so happy. Multi-millionaire Jeremy Clarkson decided to burn an effigy of Donald Trump and his bonfire night celebrations at his pub, the Farmer's Dog, in Oxfordshire. That's nice. And Trump said, "Don't care. I'm still president." Who'd have thought it? So all those people who are on the left who hate Clarkson have now got to like him because he burnt an effigy of Trump. Oh God, I don't know how to keep. I thought Clarkson was right wing. No, he's not. And meanwhile, Sadiq Khan says Londoners will be fearful over Donald Trump's stunning US election win. Fearful? No. Don't know about that. But yeah, they reckon that there was a surge from black and Hispanic voters towards Trump. Meanwhile, Just Stop Oil protesters decided to spray the US embassy. But today, I think I'm gonna let them off this day. I'm gonna let them off because they got it right. They got it right because you know what, baby? The future's orange. Yeah, the future's bright. The future's orange. Indeed, they sprayed the walls orange. Now, you could say that is the sign that Trump won. You know. Oh dear, but look, they're also polluting a little bit of water that's there. Oh. You want to get more paint on the wall and less in the water. So there you go. They wouldn't go and do that to the Chinese embassy though, would they? Would they go and do that? No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't do that to the Chinese. There's so much Trump news. I'm just... Oh dear. So much Trump news. Is there any other stories here? We have tribunal news. Here we go. This is the story of Soma Sarkar. She's a radio presenter, and she claims she was a victim of racism, and that she was replaced because of her Indian accent. She was working for Leica Radio, which broadcasts music in London for British Asians. Yeah. She and 3 other presenters were sacked as part of a shake-up in order to bring new radio hosts in and give the station more energy and a higher public profile. Sarker had rejected a settlement offer of £10,000 from Leica Radio in order to take the station to an employment tribunal. But yeah, now her case has been dismissed, oh dear, by the East London Employment Tribunal. Here she is. And again, it's a bit odd to claim racism on a radio station that broadcasts primarily to your own demographic. But yeah, the CEO of Leica Radio said that the decision to appoint a new host who had an English accent was because Miss Sarker's performance had been dreary and had nothing to do with her accent at all. They just wanted someone with a bit more zhuzh. Zhuzh is a technical term, I believe. But yeah. But she'd been presenting the show on weekdays between 7pm and 10pm, and a new CEO, the new CEO at Leica Media, like I said, made some cuts, and yeah, she was replaced by this person, this presenter, got the great name Radio Wally. What an unfortunate name. Is she a Wally? We'll never know. But imagine being no, we got rid of you because you're a bit dreary. Yeah, so she turned down an offer of 5,000, and Leica offered her 10,000 to sell, and she still wouldn't learn. I mean, I think that is a fuck around and find out. And she lost her claim. And meanwhile, Leica Radio was recently awarded Radio Station of the Year at the 2023 Asian Media Awards. So there we go. So that was good news for them. Not so good news for her. There's not very many funnies here today. Oh, this is a horrible story, but I'm going to cover it because it's an animal story. Christine Whiteley, the 7-year-old grandmother she is still in a state of shock. She woke up one morning to look out of her window and discover a layer of white foam on the top of her pond. This is in Derbyshire, and so here she is, discovering the incident. And this is Mrs. Whiteley. Here she is. And you're probably thinking, oh, I wonder what that was. This is sabotage. And the thing is her pond was filled with koi carp, and all but one died of this poisoning. They reckon it's cost her, this is £25,000 worth of koi carp slaughtered, and she knows who it is. She thinks it's someone she's had words with in the past. Again, she can't name them. The police are investigating. But yeah, Miss Whiteley described waking up at 7 a.m. on October the 25th and panicking when she saw what happened. She rushed to the aid of her fish and scooped them out of the pond and rehomed them in clean water. But all but one died. Here they are. Here are the fish that are dead and dying. She managed to save one fish, who she's now rechristened Lucky. And yeah, she's been looking after those fish for over 28 years. And yeah, absolute tragedy, absolutely awful. But they have started a GoFundMe page in order to raise funds for her to restock her pond and get it back running, buy a blooming camera as well, so she can catch the people that did it. Derbyshire Police said they've confirmed their inquiries are ongoing into the incident and have appealed for anyone with information to contact the force. And I don't know, is there a... I don't know if if I'll be able to find it. It's not on the page. Let's have a look. GoFundMe. Let's have a look. Yeah. Oh. Can't find it. That's a shame. But yeah, there is a GoFundMe out there. Cleverer people will be able to find it because I can't. It's a shame they didn't link to it. Meanwhile, the most mysterious song on the internet has finally been identified. Have you ever followed this story? Yeah, in 2007, an obscure song confounded the music community, and everyone decided to put on their Sherlock Holmes Deer Stalker hats and get their magnifying glasses out to find out the source of the tune. And yeah, it's finally been identified. The track is called Subways of the Mind and was first recorded in 1983 by the band FEX. And yeah, you can listen to the full version here, but I won't play it. It was being provided by 68-year-old former FEX band member Michael Hadrick. Members of the Reddit community r/that mysterious song managed to track down Miss Hadrick via a local talent contest that it appeared in during the 1980s. And speaking to the Munich news outlet TZ, Hadrick said he had no idea the song he and his friends recorded more than 40 years ago had such a devoted following. Isn't it amazing? It's got a life online, but the people that did it had no idea that people were searching for it. That's the internet famous, that is. But yeah, this is good news because the band are now planning to get back together again to record a new version of the internet's most mysterious song. And here is a cassette picture of, and the DX7. Oh, there you go. An FM synthesizer, which is very difficult to promote. Beloved of Brian Eno, I believe. But yeah, it was first recorded on a cassette by Teenager in 1984. But they reckon it was likely played on the German radio station NDR1 during a program called Music für junge Leute, or Music for Young People. And the person that recorded it, their sister, uploaded the strange track to several music forums back in 2007, trying to find out who did it. And it's been knocking around all those times. And here is a cutting of the band at work back in the day. So that's one mystery solved. You can all have getting a good night's sleep now. Isn't that good? What else have we got? Here we go. Get your metal detector out, because Jonathan Needham, he's made the discovery of a lifetime. Oh yeah. He found the gold on the Staffordshire-Derbyshire border and believes it was, well, created there. The retired tree surgeon and treasure seeker says it's his holy grail, and it was discovered on November the 1st. And you're probably thinking, oh, okay, what's the big deal? Well, what they reckon, if you look at it closely, it looks like the British Isles. Look at it. It's a gold nugget, which is almost 3 centimetres in length and 1 centimetre wide and weighs 10.3 grams. It's the spit of these fair isles. Again, this is what it looks like in daylight. It's pointing in the wrong direction. It needs to be pointing in that direction. So there you go. It could be worth around £800, but maybe its unique shape, maybe you could make some jewellery out of it. It could be worth more. So that's a good find, isn't it? A nugget. You see, when I dug, I could see it was gold coloured. I knew straight away it was gold, but I thought it could have been a piece of jewellery. It was quite funny. When I started cleaning it and turning it around, I thought, it looks just like England. It's rare enough to find a piece of gold, but one to look exactly like England is crazy. But the jury is out whether it's natural or part of a smelting process. And and it was a bit of gold that was smelted and dropped. But people are saying it's natural, and if it's natural, then I found this in Derbyshire and Staffordshire borders. It could open up a whole can of worms. Some experts have been looking. If it is natural gold, it could be worth more than scrap gold. and I'm hoping it's a natural nugget. Like it's got to be tested. So there you go, and here he is. He's happy with his nugget. Who wouldn't be? He looks so happy. I wonder what happiness feels like. So there you go. And he's got a YouTube channel. I'm not going to recommend you look at that. I'm not going to promote him. He doesn't promote me. So there you go. Nuggets. What else have we got? Okay, we'll do this one. This is what's his name? Joey Swole. He is a bodybuilder, and he has slammed a OnlyFans model for something she did in the gym. And have we got it here? Is this the footage? Yeah, let me just cue this up. And this is, does it say who she is? This is Sarah Cowes, a Brazilian model, right? And she posted this to her own Instagram, and we're going to just get it queued up. So she's in the gym, and this is what she does. Is it gonna play? No. Bear with me a minute. Let's see if I can get this to open in a separate doodad, because sometimes you have to open up in Twitter to get the little thing to work. Yes, that works like that. Funny that. Why is it always a bit weird? So anyway, she's in the gym, and she rubs herself against the bar, and that is disgusting, isn't it? It's not very nice, is it? She rubs her area along the bar. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? And Joey, this is again, he looks exactly like I look when I look in the mirror. Look, I look like that when I flex. He's not happy, and he's made he's what do you call it? Beef. It's a beef. He's beefing, but he is right. It's not very nice, is it? She squats and rubs herself on the barbell. He said, "This is one of the most disgusting videos I've ever seen." I'm sorry, I have to post it, but videos like this are popping up. He did censor it, I think, all over social media, and it needs to stop. Gym owners need to start being more vigilant and kick people out for this. He said, "I had to cover that woman up as she squats down and puts her parts on the barbell, and she spreads her legs and rubs herself on it." I mean, it's pretty grim. And for what? So she can sell more subscriptions to her OnlyFans. Again, it's just pretty grim. Pretty grim. So there you go. But yeah, the Brazilian model's Instagram page has been taken down since Joey made his video. So there you go. So don't rub yourself on the equipment. Don't rub your equipment on the equipment. Yeah, I think that's the lesson we learnt there. It's not good, is it? It's not. None of it's good. Right, where were we? It's refreshed itself. Here we go. We got some property news here. We're going to go down to Cornwall, Malpass in Cornwall. Andrew's his ears pricked up. He's going Cornwall, and yeah, this was up for sale. I don't know if you think. I think you could call this a nice little doer-upper, can't you? At least you got convenience. You could do it your convenience. It's a toilet. Right, but it's got views. It's got views of the River Fowl. Look at that. Nice. And yeah, it looks a bit, But yeah, they sold them off. But you've got lovely views. So what did they sell for? Anyone want to have a guess? Yeah, they went up for Right, they were initially, this was an auction, they were initially put up for £30,000. Right? There were 232 bids. This was being sold by Clive Emerson Land and Property Auctioneers. Right? And how much? I'm going to give you a chance. No, more than that. How much? Oh, that's too much. Lower. How much? I'll tell you. Went for £258,000. That's one expensive P you're taking there. But yeah, the blocks sit on the overgrown site of Trenhill Terrace and Scobie's Terrace, facing the water. But yeah, I suppose it's going to be good for maybe they're going to develop it, and I don't know, turn it into something. Be funny if they couldn't get planning, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be funny? What else have we got? Okay, I think. Oh no, farmers are up in arms as part of the the Labour inheritance tax that they've been faced. So the Labour inheritance tax has not been met very well by the farmers, and apparently farmers are plotting a coordinated sewage strike. Yes, President of the National Farmers Union, the NFU, Tom Bradshaw, said anger among farmers is unlike anything he's ever experienced before, and many are considering drastic action. There is a planned rally in London later the month, but they reckon British farmers are plotting coordinated sewage strike, which see them spreading sludge and biosolids. That's remains of human waste after the liquid has been removed. I wonder where they're going to spread it. And I reckon it could cause chaos for both the sewage and water companies, as farmers in the UK take 3.6 million tonnes of sewage sludge from water treatment plants and spread it on our agricultural land. So, yeah. And we know what the French did. Do you remember what the French farmers do? So, yeah. I wonder what they're going to do. So, yeah. A sewage strike. No, I don't think they're going to spread it everywhere. I think they're just going to stop using the sewage. But imagine if they did. Imagine if they went through London doing a dirty protest. Yeah, one Dartmoor farmer spoke and said, if you want to be seen to put your children's futures first, now's the week to phone your sludge supplier and put a temporary halt on deliveries. And then I guess it'll all back up. And you don't want your sludge to back up. I thought I was going to do a dirty protest, but instead, no, they're not. They're taking no more deliveries of sludge, and so there's going to be. We'll have so much sludge, we won't know what to do with it. There'll be a build-up of sludge. So we're going to do the animal news now. This is the story of Greg Connolly. He was with his fox terrier Millie, right? And he was walking his two dogs on Monday, October the 28th, when someone threw a firework, a banger, at them, and it caused Millie to run for her life. And here is Greg. I guess he's with his other dog because Millie's missing. And yeah, he's putting out a story so that we can find her. Here she is. She looks like this. Right. And he says, with every day that passes, I'm starting to think she's gone and she's never coming home. And again, these are the dangers. He described how the town was a war zone on the lead up to bonfire night. This is in Renfrew Ferryport near Glasgow. And a rescue group has travelled there to help. They've used drones. He said it all happened in a split second. The dogs panicked and Millie ran. I tried my best to hold onto the leash, but she wriggled out of her collar and ran off. I tripped over the lead and crashed onto the pavement. When I stood up, I was in agony. I could barely move. I didn't see her through the firework, but I felt hopeless and my heart was racing. And yeah, she's a rescue dog and probably has already been through trauma in her life. But yeah, Ayrshire Drone Dog Rescue have kindly travelled up and got permission to fly over the area with their drones looking for Millie, and they've been handing out posters. So if you see Millie, get in touch. Meanwhile, Police Scotland have confirmed they've received a report of Greg's missing dog. But yeah, this is the problem with fireworks, and this is the problem with dogs. Sometimes you just got to keep them in over this period if they're skittish. Luckily, our one, she's not here, so you can't have dog cam. She was going... She was loving them. Again, Hannah didn't mind them either. Alex hated them. He didn't like them. He didn't like thunder, and he didn't like fireworks. He used to have a little bit of a moment, so you know. But he was all right. If he was sat next to me, he was okay. Meanwhile, we go from one dog story to another. Louis Vuitton have been blasted because they've launched a special kennel for your dog. It's Louis Vuitton. They've been blasted because it costs £52,000. No, Layla, you're not getting one of those. And yeah, it's a luxury dog house. Of course it is. It creates the illusion of a house with a roof, windows, removable doors, and easy to clean interior. And it has a Louis Vuitton monogram canvas. You know, that's its main feature. And yeah, people haven't been impressed and said, well, they're just going to mess it up, aren't they? And yeah, there you go. 52. This is the advert page on the website. It's Louis Vuitton, £52,000. I got my dog's cushions cheap because the online pet store was closing down, so I got them really cheap, and that's what she ain't getting one. So but if you want to get your paws on the kennel trunk, you can pre-order one now. £52,000. You've got to be barking. Yeah, okay, let's see if there's anyone in. We have 18 people in. Oh my god, it's a party. I didn't think anyone would be watching. My goodness. Angel says, Darren, in morning from the USA. Why? What's happened? Trump. He's going to make America great again, and you're going to suck it up. No more libtard tears. Come on, put your big boy pants on. It'll be fine. Seamus said, thanks for using the same voice in Wilderness Ignorance. I unfortunately am on across the Atlantic for you, and I'm trying to absorb the prospect of another Trump presidency. It'll be fine. 4 years, you'll get through it. Look at it, it'll be fine, and he's gone. And then hopefully both the Democrats and the Republicans will field better candidates, and they will engage. Look, it's political malaise. We see it over here. This is how Boris Johnson got in, because the politicos just don't. They've got nothing left to solve, right? And the things that they want, they need to solve, they can't solve. You know, like worldwide migration. You know, again, without being, I don't know, Donald Trump, you can't solve that problem. But he's going to build a wall. He's going to finish his big, beautiful wall. It's going to be great. You're going to love it. But if he really is the president of peace, he's going to knock Zelensky and Putin's head together and hopefully broker a peace deal. That'll be good. I'm hoping that he'll do the same with Israel and Palestine, knock their heads together and say stop killing each other if he really is the president of peace, because that's what he said he'd do. You know, there's many things he said he's going to do, so it's going to be interesting to see. And again, if Harris had got in, those issues would be unresolved. Instead, money would just be thrown at both the Israeli government and the Ukrainians. It would be good if they paid the Russians. So maybe something will happen. Maybe some good will come of it. I do not know. Again, I'm not a Trump fan, but I totally understand why he gets elected, because people want things to happen. They want things to be seen to be being done. And he says he's going to do things. All right? It doesn't make you a racist. It doesn't make you a fascist. Again, Trump is far from fascist. You know, it's the left who are the fascists because they close you down and make you lose your job and get you kicked off social media and block you and everything. Those are the fascists. Right wings don't do that. The right wing doesn't do that. And anyway, we shouldn't even be talking to left and right. Left and right wing politics is useless. Let's all be centrists, you know. Let's be economically right and socially left. That's what you need to be. It's the best balance. It's the best balance. But we'll get it out of the way and he'll be gone. And then everything will be fine. But let's hope he does solve some of the problems of the world in the meantime, because he put sanctions on Iran, which were removed by Biden when he got in immediately, and that stops a lot of the money sloshing around funding terrorism. And you know, let's see what happens. But it was always going to go this way. I don't know why you should have prepared yourself. You should have prepared yourself. And Seamus says, it's more like Halloween never ended. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You've got to put your big boy pants on. It'll be fine. Andrew's in. He said, I'm here. Good to see. Clive's in. Good to see. Grant says, having a coffee. Who wrote, I'm proud to be an American. My pet eagle loves it. Indeed. From sea to shining sea. Andrew says, I thought it might be one of your songs. Grant says, well, I didn't get any royalties. And Andrew says, it's supposed to be gold in Cornwall, indeed. Tin and gold, I believe, isn't it? Andrew says, bear with me. That's what she said, indeed. No dog cam, she's not here. And Mikey says, I'm having some Cheetos for breakfast. Feels good, man. He's living the dream. He's living the dream. And Andrew says, MAGA, indeed. Make asparagus green again. I think that's what that means, isn't it? And Oz says, 18 in chat, blimey, people must be in a buoyant mood after the election, have come here for solace. I can only offer them a reality check. You'll get no libtard tears from me. I just look into the cold, naked face of the world and go, I'm enjoying the chaos, because you've got to enjoy the chaos. Don't let it drive you mad, please. If you're suffering from Trump derangement syndrome, the same with Brexit derangement syndrome, please don't let it drive you mad. This is the thing. Social media and the internet and AI are the biggest threat to us. Not Donald Trump, right? Not Donald Trump. Not Putin, not Trump, not Netanyahu, not all these. They're not the threat. It's the internet, this and AI and social media, because it makes people very, very ill and sick. And turn it off. Walk away from it. If you feel genuinely distressed by the result, genuinely distressed, turn off your social media. Turn off your internet. Don't watch the telly if that's your thing, or listen to the radio. Go and buy a book. Buy a book, not about politics, any book, and read that instead. Go and sit on a hill and read a book and just get away from it. And, you know, we've moved, again, the internet has allowed us to move away from discussing things with people who are opposite to us to condemning them, whether it's left or right. It's ripped the humanity and the understanding out of us and replaced it by this faux humanity. Oh, I'm such a virtue signaller. You know, and that's not where we should be. It's the internet and social media and AI that are the threat, not Trump, not anyone, you know. And hopefully you'll come out of this dream or nightmare, how you may see it, and realise how daft you've been. It's just politics. It's a stupid game. You can't win it. No matter who you put in, it corrupts them all, you know, and you never get what you vote for. You get something else. You get the thing you didn't vote for. And that's the lesson to be learned, okay? And if you do have a friend that is opposite to you, take them out for a beer, get drunk together, and tell them how much you love them. Don't let this thing pollute your mind, because it's just wrong. It's all wrong. The internet has distorted our humanity, and it's wrong. And that's the message for today. Now remember, turn off, unsubscribe, don't watch me again. Delete YouTube, delete Twitter, X, Facebook, Threads. I think you get tablets for that. Instagram, Spotify, all the things. Turn it all off and get a dog and go for a nice long walk. What's that, Shep? You want to go for a walk? Okay then. And we'll end it there. Thank you for watching. My name's been Darren Locke. This has been Coffee Time, where I've pissed on your cornflakes once more with the news. That was the news. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I can't help it. I can't help it. I just reflect what's out there. I am your mirror. And we'll do this all again soon. Remember. Oh, wait a minute. This Kitten's in. Hi. Mikey says, anyway, enjoyed that massive Genesis Land book. We'll have to do a look at that. We're going to do a look at that better. We're going to do a better look at that. And she says, vote for Darren. No, don't for me. Because I'll only get all the power and end up spend all the money on guitars. Elle says, I remember the scale or internet in the early 90s. It seemed like a great thing. Me too. I thought this would connect people and bring people together and we'd all discover that we have things in common, and it's been used against us, and this is where it's wrong. I don't care who you vote for, left or right. Let's all get along. Come on. Remember who we are. Remember what we're meant to be. It's just riven division in us, and it's wrong. It's all wrong. And it really upsets me to see people upset by this. I voted for governments that have, that lose. I shrug and I move on. I don't cry about it. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's like men who cry when their football team loses. It's sad, isn't it? It's a bit juvenile. Grow up, come on, grow up. And Kitten says, thanks for the common sense. Look, I just don't want to see people lose their minds over it. I've seen people lose their minds over it. I've lost friends over the Brexit vote. Online friends. And I mock the Trump thing, and I mock whoever's in. I mock Biden, I mock Trump, I mock all of them, because that's the best position to work from, because they're all bloody awful, because they don't do the things you want them to do. They don't make our lives any easier. And someone was saying on the radio that in America, it's $9 for a loaf of bread. Bloody hell. No wonder they voted for Trump. And I will end it there. Anyway. Killing the channel, one video at a time. That was the news. Let's all love each other and love yourselves regularly. Ta-ta.